I've been preparing for this interview for a few days, and some of the question I wanted to ask you about health and fitness. How do you prioritize the health and fitness of your department? Is that part of your lineup as far as taking care of your deputies when it comes to health and fitness?
Certainly, we provide opportunities for them to take care of themselves.
Sure.
We have gyms.
That's awesome.
We have walking and running and jogging trails. We also have a program through our insurance where they can, I believe it's still this way, where they get a discount off of their insurance, or they get a supplement to join a gym.
That's awesome.
So we encourage that. We would love to mandate the physical fitness, but the federal wage and hour says if you mandate it, you pay for it.
Oh, okay.
And the overtime and cost would be extraordinary.
Yeah, it would be
so we encourage it, and certainly we, with peer pressure,
yes,
with peer competition,
right,
that we certainly encourage them to become physically fit and stay physically fit.
Yes. That's great. I attended with you here like the 5K for like about 2 months ago, and it was great. And I seen like the trend from the community, and a lot of the police officers were coming in, and that's part of what I think you're doing also in the community. It's just like really you do a lot in the community, and you help. And I think that was to help United Ways and the Boys and Girls Club of Lakeland.
Sure.
Right?
All of that fundraiser for our Judd job goes to United Way.
That's awesome.
We truly, truly believe in the United Way. They help those less fortunate. They help those in time of family emergency and need. I can't say enough good things about United Way.
That's awesome. Well, I went right into the the health and fitness, but I watch a lot of your videos, and I see the dedication, the hard work, and the commitment every day you do to the Polk Sheriff. And I want you to talk a little bit about that for me, and because that will even take me to the next question about Polk County and the growth in Polk County.
Sure. The number one thing that you elect your sheriff for is to keep the community safe.
100%.
Now, the people of Polk County and the voters are my bosses. I don't report to a county manager or a county commission. They fund me, and my county commissioners are totally tremendous.
Yeah.
But I've frequently been asked, well, if they're not your boss, is the governor your boss? And no, the governor's not my boss. The governor has the authority to suspend me from office if I violate the law or become physically unable to do the job. But he does not have supervisory authority over me. So my boss truly are all of the voters in Polk County, and I love reporting to them. Well, part of that is communicating with them.
Sure.
Don't you need to keep your boss kind of in the loop about what's happening?
Yes.
So we use social media, and we use the traditional media to report that you're safe. We want you to feel safe.
Yes.
We've put bad guys in jail. We're having current public events for you to come attend with your children. So we do, because of the remarkable staff of my communications department, we do approximately 1 million contacts or hits a week on social media.
Incredible.
Isn't that remarkable?
It is incredible.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
About 50 million a year.
Wow, that is beyond. And again, that will take me to the growth of Polk County and why people want to move to Polk County because of you. Have you heard that?
I've heard that. I hear that every week.
Okay.
The reality is people want to be safe and feel safe.
Okay.
They want their children to be safe and feel safe.
Yes.
I talk to people that have moved here from California, New York, New Jersey, Puerto Rico, and they tell me, look, we aren't safe, we don't feel safe, we don't believe the government officials take care of us.
Yeah.
So I welcome them with open arms. We're glad to have them here, but I remind them that if they come here and vote the same way that the majority of the people voted in California or New York and New Jersey, you'll have high taxes, high crime, and low confidence in your government. So
100%.
the crazy governments at the state level and local level in such states as California, New York, and New Jersey is why the people lost faith, because of the policies and the practices they put in place. So I welcome them here and say, hey, we do it the right way in Polk County and we do it the right way in Florida.
Yes.
So come here and have a good time. But remember, if you vote the same attitude in here that you had in California or New Jersey or New York, you'll have that mess here.
We didn't want him here. Sorry.
We don't want it. We don't want that here.
We didn't want that here. We love what we have here for sure. Yes.
So come here and enjoy what we've built together. And we look forward. There's been 100,000 plus new people move here in the last 4 years.
Yes.
We're glad they're here.
That's awesome.
We want them to enjoy what we've built together.
That's awesome. What is the department is doing to keep up with that growth? It's just like, is there anything you're implementing, like a 5 years plan, 10 years plan? I know you've been with the department for 50 years. Congratulations. That's just an amazing commitment. And what is the plans for the next 5 to 10 years?
Yeah, that's a good question. We have a strategic plan, and then we modify it and update it every year. And when we do, we're forecasting not just for today, not just for next year, but we're forecasting what do we need to do here 5 years and 10 years in advance to keep you safe. So you can open up the plan and look at the focus about, well, we know if the county keeps growing, we're going to need more jail space. So we're planning for jail space. We're planning for new technology. We just created a sheriff's, what we call SAIL unit, and that's dealing with artificial intelligence. We call it Sheriff's Artificial Intelligence Link, or Sheriff's Artificial Intelligence Lookup. And the bottom line to our SAIL program is it's how we're going to use artificial intelligence to better serve people.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
How are we going to use artificial intelligence to catch the bad guys? We know that with all the good things on social media, as artificial intelligence becomes more prominent, then at the end of the day, the criminals are going to use artificial intelligence. So how do we catch them doing that?
I see.
And that's why we all have to work together. So we're a very visionary, progressive, forward-thinking organization because that's what we have to do to keep you safe. In fact, we just started a STEM academy or finishing school.
That's great.
With our wonderful president of Polk State College and a dear friend of mine, Angela Falconetti. And it's a nationwide program where we teach students that our leaders are going to be future leaders, not only in this community or across the state, but across the nation, how to prepare for the future. So when you look at our organization, you see we have 10 professional accreditations. You see we have our strategic plan. You see we have our SAIL program, which is just the latest. We're on the cutting edge for the future today.
That's awesome. So I see you really using technology. You're ahead of your game.
You have to.
You have to. And it's just like, this is what the future is about. And
it
seems like your department is doing whatever it takes to be ahead of and getting ready for that growth. I've been in Lakeland since 1995. So Lakeland for me is home right now. I'm a small family business, as you know. I've been doing this for 24 years. And I help people live well, and just, you look great for your age. And I would like to know, give me a little bit about your daily routine. How do you take care of yourself? How do you keep healthy?
Well, I don't exercise as much as I should. I walk, and I speed walk. I used to lift weights in my younger years when you had to be out working with what I call and lifting around the drunks and, and that sort of thing. I should still do weightlifting, but I have no excuse. I just stay busy all the time. But I wake up normally about 3 in the morning and work on some email, and I go back and I take a nap, and then I get up at 7 and I get ready for my day. And I normally get home by 6 or 7 at night. I eat dinner and work on my daily email that has collected, because this is not just a career, it's a way of life. So, and it's busy all of the time. And I am packed full of meetings and interviews. For example, I've done 3, videos early this morning that we're going to use on our coffee. We call it morning briefings.
Yes.
And then I've interviewed with a group of folks that own Robinson helicopters, some of their folks. And now I'm interviewing with you, and I've got another event tonight. My last event starts about 6, and tonight I'll get home about 9 o'clock. So you have to have energy. So I try to eat well. I eat too well sometimes, because when you're the sheriff of the county, you get invited to everything that serves good food.
That's awesome.
And eating's fun. So I try to keep myself in shape, but I need to lose a few pounds.
You look great.
The doctor tells me I'm healthy, but I need to lose a few pounds.
Well, you look great. Again, you talked about your work ethics, waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning, and ending your day almost at 9, 10 o'clock.
Sure.
It's the work ethics with that new generation we have right now, and the technology that it's in their hands is making their life more convenient. What would you advise the new generation, or maybe the new deputy that is coming to your department to prepare to be maybe a deputy one day?
I think this current generation is better prepared technologically for the future than ever before.
Sure.
They're smart young men and women. Mm-hmm. But I don't see the competitiveness that they're going to need to ultimately be successful.
Yeah.
And the reason I say that, there's more dreams than there are positions.
Sure.
There's more people than there are good positions.
Yeah.
Only those that work the hardest and the smartest get to where they want to be in life. So if you want to just be average, if you just want to make enough money to get along, if you don't want to be the very best, carry on the way you are. But if you want that special job, you're not going to get it if you're not competitive, if you don't work hard, if you don't stay on the cutting edge of not only technology, but what's happening in the world. You will not get to the station in life you want to be. Somebody else will get your position or your job.
Sure.
Because being smart is not enough.
100%.
Having tools are not enough. You've got to be engaged, and you've got to work. Because if you don't want to be engaged in work, somebody else does.
Yes.
And that's not changed. So when I'm coaching young men and women, I share with them, you're the brightest generation we've had. You're the most technologically savvy generation we've had. But if you don't use it, you'll lose it.
100%. 100%. I want you to speak to me more about what you're very involved in the community, and you're involved in Polk County like very, very much. And I love that about you, and that's what I try to do, to connect with my community as far as a small business owner.
Sure.
And it's really helping me a lot. And I think I love Lakeland. I've been living in Lakeland since '95, as I told you. But what other organization or foundation does the department has, or help in a different ways to help the community?
Sure. When you think of the sheriff's office, you think, well, that's the agency that arrests bad guys, that runs a county jail. We run animal control, but you don't think of us as a charity. But we have Polk Sheriff's Charities. And the men and women of the sheriff's office and other volunteers in the community help us raise money for those less fortunate. And we will raise $300,000 or $400,000 a year for our charity. And in addition to that, we also have another program, we call it God's Work, where businesses, for example, that deal with large volumes of stock, say they damage a pallet of something and they can't sell it. Or say this company comes down and tells public supermarkets, don't sell that product because we've changed the label. And we take that product and we connect with our churches. We connect with our people all across this county in Central Florida. that help those less fortunate, and we provide product for them. We will give away this year to those that in need between probably $1 and $2 million worth of product. Isn't that amazing?
That is. Can I do that?
Yeah, it's the right.
It is unbelievable. It is.
It's the right
it's
thing.
just like yes, 100%.
And our deputies who are in the communities, if they go to a home tonight on a disturbance, well, what are y'all arguing about? Well, there's no money. We can't pay the rent. We can't pay the electricity bill. That we can't pay for food. When we look around in that house and we don't see diapers for the babies, we don't see food in the cabinet for them or for the children, we have a credit card on our charity. And our lieutenant carries that credit card, every shift lieutenant in this county. So when we find somebody in need, we don't have to wait to call a public service agency in the morning. We go down to whatever convenience store is open, whatever public supermarket is open, whatever store is open that night, and we buy emergency food for them or diapers for them, whatever they need, take it to them. Then we set them up with like United Way for long-term services. So about 80% of our workday as a law enforcement officer is not law enforcement, it's service and helping the community.
Yes.
That's why we're successful, because we're doing God's work. We're looking out for the people that are less fortunate. We're helping them in a time of need. And you know what? It feels good.
It was amazing. I'm just like really right now, you see my smile.
Yes.
I really appreciate it.
Sure.
What do you ask people to do to help the sheriff department or the community? What is their part in that? I know as far as may just, be vigilant, look around. If you see something, do something. What else would you ask your, people to do to help you?
In order for a community to prosper, it's got to be safe and feel safe.
That's right.
But in order for the community to trust law enforcement has got to trust the community first.
100%.
And when we trust the community will trust us back. And then we ask them, look, keeping you safe is not just our job, it's everybody's job. If you see something or hear something, say something. And I like to take that a step further. If you see something or hear something and believe something, think something, say something, we always will check out your suspicions. And that's how we keep the community safe. There will never be enough law enforcement officers to run around behind criminals and criminal conduct. We've got to get in front of criminal conduct and stop it so there's not a pattern of criminal conduct. Well, how do we get in front of criminal conduct and stop criminals before they victimize people in the community? When the community tells us, hey, I don't want to get involved, but this is the guy you need. This is the guy that's causing problems. This is the guy that's selling dope all hours of the day and night. And if you're uncomfortable, call Crime Stoppers or email Crime Stoppers or text Crime Stoppers. We don't own Crime Stoppers. It's a private organization, but they keep your information totally confidential and they'll forward it to the appropriate law enforcement agency. And once they forward it to us, if we put bad guys in jail, then you make money.
Really?
So and believe it or not, a lot of people call Crime Stoppers and never collect the money. They go, we don't want the money. We just don't want to personally get involved.
You're just trying to help, but
we want to help and we want to stop it. And we're afraid because we have to live here. We'll keep you confidential. And then we'll go fix the problem. I tell folks when you come to work here, you've got to be honest, ethical, and moral all of the time. You've got to deliver customer service with a sense of urgency all of the time. And you've got to talk to people and treat people like you would want someone in law enforcement to talk to and treat your mother. And if you have to talk stern to someone or physically take them into custody, make them make you do that. We don't proactively do that. You have to misbehave and force us to be stern or raise our voice to you. And that is a very minute part of the time out of our work day. Out of 1,000 contacts,
yes.
we may have to talk stern to someone or use physical force to put them in handcuffs 2 or 3 times out of 1,000 interactions. Hardly ever.
Yes. Yes.
Here's what we know.
Yes.
We care enough to send the very best deputies to you. They're the best selected, the best trained, and we're going to do everything we can to keep you safe. And even though you may be involved in a horrible event, we're going to do our best to get through that event with you in the most positive way that's possible.
That's awesome. So from what I see, like you're running Polk County as a small town sheriff, like even though with the huge, with the ethics, the work ethics, whatever, God's work, and you try to protect the kids. And I've been watching a lot of videos about the kids and about the school shootings, and I know the school is about to start in a month or so. Is the department doing anything to help the school, board with protecting the kids and stuff?
I don't know if you could find another police agency in this nation that created an entire division of law enforcement just for the schools. I suggest to you, I've not been able to find another. We created a division of safe schools. So we will have deputies on all the public middle school and high school campuses. We will have guardians on all the elementary school campuses. We have them there in order to keep you safe. But there are layers and layers and layers and layers of security and safety measures that you don't see.
Yes.
And if we do our job right, the children feel safe, have fun at school, but yet they don't feel like we've had to lock them up in a jail to keep them safe.
Yes.
We have a very secure school. If there's problems or we hear of problems, there's ways that we immediately investigate those threats, and the goal is to find that person before they cause a problem in school.
Yes.
And we do that because the children at school, the students, if they hear something or see something, they say something.
Yes.
And we train the staff. If we deal with 10 issues this next school year, 8 of them will be reported to us by other students.
Wow.
That's how well we train the students. And think about this. When public school begins in the fall, during school hours, between the staff and the students, it's the single largest city in the county, even bigger than Lakeland. And our deputies are in charge of that city and keeping the children safe and the staff safe.
That's amazing.
So it is, we send people into the schools to keep the schools safe and to be mentors and coaches and to work with the children to make sure that we look out for their best interests.
That's awesome.
And help them obtain the goals that they want to at school so they can be successful in life. It's a great program that we have.
That's awesome. So do you have any summer program for the kids during the summer?
We have summer school that we're involved in.
Oh, okay.
And then we're involved in other programs. The Florida Sheriff's Association has a summer program.
Okay.
And we go into different vacation Bible schools and present, or into summer programs at Boys Club and Girls Club, wherever we're invited. We're about to have an event. It's a back to school bash where we give away backpacks, fully staffed with food, not food, I'm sorry, but equipment, school supplies.
Yes.
So the children are ready to go back and have what they need. So if you can't afford the school supplies, bring your child to one of the 2 events,
Okay.
and we are going to give away literally thousands of book bags, and we're going to provide them until they run out.
Okay. Do you have any idea when are those?
We have that, and it's published through our communications
so
office.
maybe I would,
so we can get it to you. We're
yeah,
going to
can
have,
you publish it, Megan? Because yeah, that
before
would be
we
great.
had 1, we're doing 2 this year.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, we're
Because
pretty.
you have a lot of like requests for it, and people you couldn't
Yes.
keep up with the first one. Now
Yes.
you have to create the second one. That is just an amazing. I don't know. I think I covered a lot of questions. But do you have any questions for me?
No, I don't. I just thank you for being a wonderful business owner in our community.
Thank you.
Small business is what this county is about.
100%.
Going above and beyond is what this county is about. And do you know, we can't be successful in this county if we don't have everyone participating.
Yes.
We provide police services and keep people safe. We have firemen that provide fire services. We have nurses and doctors and hospitals. But we've got to have business.
Yes.
We've got to have business that's honest and ethical. And I think about not long ago, my wife wrote a check to a local business, and she overwrote the check by about $15. It would have been easy for that company to have just cashed the check and gone on. We would have never known.
Yes.
We got a check back for $15 from the local business.
That's amazing.
Because we are a product of how we act.
Yes.
So when our businesses, which they are in this community, are honest and ethical, we want to do business with them.
Sure.
And we trust them because they do what's right. So thank you for being one of those businesses we want to do business with.
Thank you so much. And again, to what you just said about small business and local business, Lakeland is really very close and tight community, and we love the locals. We love the small businesses, and I see it from the support from the community for the past 24 years. There's nothing short of love and support for also women as business
Absolutely.
women too. Just like they really love to support the small business and woman owned business as well. So I really thank you so much for your time today. I am beyond thrilled. And I would love for you to come and visit me at my store one day and just get your vitamins, maybe get you, I know you always need energy, but also maybe your deputies come to our stores and get some hydration for the summer. I know it's very hot here right now.
Absolutely.
And you need that hydration, they need that supplement, and for them to come and support the local business, that will be great. I would really love to see them and welcome them, and I think that's, thank you so much again.
Thank you.
I hope I covered everything.
Yes, you did.
Yes, thank you so much.
Wonderful.
Yeah.